County Council, I think, offers a diverse environment in which to work. It's an environment that enables people to realise their potential. My name's Sally Swan. I am an employment coordinator currently working on the Job Coach project. The reason I moved to Somerset was my husband actually is a civil engineer and he had a contract to work in Bristol, and we thought we want to stop in Somerset. And that's why we set up home here. I like the contrast between the villages and the wide open spaces. I live very near to the level, so can go bird watching or walking or cycling. It's a lovely place to relax in. I feel I have a very good work-life balance. I'm very fortunate to do work I thoroughly enjoy, which to me is a very, very important part of my life. When I first joined SCC, I came as a temp for a week. And that was 15 years ago. Since being with SCC, I have developed my own career. I've actually gone on and done a distance learning master's degree. So Somerset County Council have given me that opportunity and that backing, and yeah, I've now got an MA, so it's good too. The role I have at the moment is working with youngsters in their final year at college who have mild learning disabilities and supporting them into work. We're finding work for people in leisure centres, in pubs, in garden centres, a variety of different environments. Looking at people perhaps not only finding paid work, but working towards a qualification as well. For some students, I feel there's a big black hole out there into which they could easily fall, but actually having the skills and the networking, we're stopping that happening. We're working with parents, working with the youngsters, working with tutors, and actually moving people forward. It's such a buzz when we get it right. Seeing somebody start their first day in paid work and the pride they feel. SCC is a positive employer. I do feel that Somerset County Council look at the individual and look at developing the individual and realising their potential. There's so much one can learn. Training courses, you're encouraged to go on them, and you're encouraged to look at the wider picture. At the end of the day, when I go home, I can sit down and I can think, yeah, I've done a really good job today, and that makes me feel good. It's a fabulous feeling to feel one's actually changed people's lives.
I used to mend cars for a living and tanks for the army and stuff, and after 15 years of doing that, I felt I'd had enough of people's Ford Escort related problems, and it's just so much nicer now to feel, say, I'm actually doing something a little bit more worthwhile, I feel. My name's Alex Rowland. I work for the Community Directorate. I love Somerset, I love the countryside, I love the levels, and I currently live actually on top of the Quantock Hills, which is beautiful. I love being able to go to the theatre, sort of 40 minutes up the road I'm in Bristol. I can jump on the train and be in London in a couple of hours, and I do that quite a lot. And it's just lovely to have that option, to be able to sort of, you know, have the city life thing, but to be able to come back to Somerset, and it's nice to know that I've got somewhere green to come back to. I'd never have started working with guys with learning disabilities if it hadn't been for a partner of mine who suggested that she thought I'd be really good with working with people. And I'd never really considered it before, but I just always felt that, you know, it was something I'd like to try. And so for me, it's very important to feel I'm getting job satisfaction and making a difference. I deal with work preparation, and basically that involves getting guys who are fairly high functioning, and we provide a sort of bridge for them to enable them to go from care and from home into the world of work. Flexibility is very important. I think a sense of humour, certainly in this job, is absolutely vital, and I couldn't do this job if I was too serious. And I think the guys that I work with certainly respond to that, and that they feel that they can come to you with anything, really. I think Somerset County Council has a good culture of, I think they respect their employees. We often have surveys that we're asked to fill out. What do we think of the various aspects of the job? So I think they are forward-looking in that respect. I think they're keen to hear from their staff, which is good. And I think everybody likes to moan at some stage, but I think the difference is that the county council do actually listen. I'm always being asked if there are any training courses I want to go on, if there's anything I can be helped with. And when I've had issues in my personal life, I've always found them to be very supportive. So yeah, I feel they're a good employer, and that's why I've been happy to work for them since 2000. Personally, I just feel I've really found a job that I enjoy. I find it a great environment. I do feel that you know, I need to put something back into the community. I find it really just suits my personal character, and I actually enjoy coming to work each day.
I'm a kind of forward-thinking person. I like to know that I'm building towards a future. To know that I can have a job where I do that for just myself and someone else is a huge plus. My job here is to support people with learning difficulties in the community. That's the bit I love about my job, being out and about, different places on different days, working with people in different environments, but always in Somerset. My days and weeks and months fly by and nothing ever gets boring. One of the huge benefits of living in Somerset are the transport links. You can hop on a train or get in your car and go on the motorway and get to anywhere, so it's a very centrally located place. It's a beautiful county that's got all the things you would wish in your life. You've got the countryside, it's got the seaside, which is wonderful. It's got some lovely towns. I've only been working for Somerset County Council for a little over 12 months. It's been jam-packed full of new experiences for me. I started part-time. It rapidly developed from the induction training that everybody gets when they come to work for the county into a full-time job, and I've had many opportunities come my way. I've grabbed all of them. The future has opened up very much for me. My working day is spent supporting people with learning difficulties while they develop their skills to a point where they can work on their own with support from a distance. The challenges are very steep. We have to look for opportunities for people with learning disabilities wherever we can find them. That I find exciting. I would recommend Somerset County Council as a positive employer. The culture is a very positive one that supports people, puts people first. It's a very forward-looking employer. The best bit about it is feeling you've added to somebody's life in a way that's expanded their enjoyment and their fulfilment of life. It does exactly the same for me.